say just the looks, but hey, if they measure right, would you concede?
I would not.
Would I concede
I would
what?
not. No,
I mean, I've still got to live with it. So
That's the thing.
Holy
That's the
crap.
thing, right? I think maybe that's one aspect that we have to look at in reviews is like, how much weight do you put on the actual look of the speaker? Like we never talk about that really.
there's
right?
certainly pride of ownership, you know?
Like, where in the world
Pride
would
of
this
ownership,
sound,
yeah.
where would this sound even go?
that looks
Do you
like it's
have, like-
painted MDF.
It's
Do you
got
have
it
15
really got to have
rows
like
of seating?
no. It's only for one. It's audio files, one seat, bro. One
Dude,
seat.
this is
it's a
15
lonely life.
feet high,
It's a lonely
Chana.
life, and we love it.
Chana, look, this is 6 foot right here. So
That's
this
a
is
bar.
about, that's
Look
like
at the brick
12
back
foot.
wall.
Like you'd have to have a really big ass room.
No, you had to have big.
Look at that.
All right, Aaron, what you got, man? I know you had
that's
something. You wanted to
awesome.
share. That's some fun stuff, man. So that's
yeah.
There's definitely some. What's the word? Not exoteric. Esoteric.
Esoteric.
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah, it's like just kind of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Like
cool.
I mean, if like as far as regular-ish speakers are concerned, you know, I had the Klipsch RF73, and then I moved to the Martin Logan ESLX. They're both about $2,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, Martin
dual
Logan's
10s,
beautiful.
dual 10s on the Klipsch, dual 8s on the Martin Logan. So I knew I was going to add a sub. I obviously already have subs, but there was just the quality. There's two things. There was the quality of female voices and and like stringed instruments.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
On the what do you call it? On the Martin Logans,
Logans, yeah.
that sounded better than the Klipsch. The bass was way better on the Klipsch. But then the other thing was the visual impact in the room. The Klipsch are big boxes.
Yeah.
Whereas the Martin Logan is it's just this thing that like looks really sexy since it's like glass and reflective next to my glass on OLED on glass thing. So it was like a couple of things. I'm like, okay, it doesn't put out. I mean, it was hilarious. I'm parking from coming home from work. I'm parking and I get out of the car and I'm like, is that Cardi B? And like our parking lot's on the other side of the building as our you know, our sliding glass door, you know, our patio and stuff. And I walk around the corner. I'm like, yep. And I walk upstairs and my wife is dancing her ass off in the kitchen, blasting Cardi B. It's the funniest thing.
That's funny.
So she actually really liked them. She just didn't like just how much visual space they took up because they're this wide, like deep, like they're like a couple of feet deep, you know, and pretty wide, you know, just a little over the 10-inch mark.
And they're different looking too, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I had Klipsch before that. I don't think that
are you
mean
talking
the Martin Logans?
With the
I was talking about the Klipsch, but
okay, gotcha.
I remember when I unboxed it because I was filming and I took out the Martin Logans out of the box and my wife is like, "What is that?
Yeah,
is that a speaker?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, it's a speaker." She's like, "Wow, that looks really good." She's like, "Do they sound good?" I'm like, they usually do. So, of course, the other thing that was a pain in the ass was setting up a proper image on the Martin Logans because we're not sitting straight on to our speakers. So we're at like an angle. So with that angle, I have to toe in a little bit more just to get a proper center image because it's hard as hell to get a proper center image on, what is it? Electrostats. Yeah. So those things
I've never heard electrostats.
Those things
Everybody
I had
says
to,
they're great.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, it all depends, right? Again, like it depends on what you like.
When I reviewed the 60X Ti's, man, they had the little AMT tweeter. I'm really starting to like the sound of the AMT tweeters. I mean, they sound phenomenal, man. I mean, mid-range is super, super smooth. Like you said, voices, man, the 60X Ti's definitely had better mid-range than the RF73s. But like you said, the bottom end, it doesn't compare. So, but
yeah, these are like things you gotta like. Yeah, things you gotta weigh.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolutely gorgeous finish. That red, was it like red walnut or something like that? That's really, really, really pretty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one. I have the bookshelves still. Yeah. Those are good.
See, measurements didn't matter. Chana's wife says she was dancing to those speakers.
Right. She just cranked
Rockhurst,
it up, man.
Rockhurst, I see you. I've seen you on a few of those comment threads.
Hold on. Let me reply real fast here. Let me tell you why measurements matter. Because now that we know what she likes, if something happens to those speakers and you can't buy those anymore, then you can find speakers that measure similarly, and you could buy the ones that measure similarly, and she will like those too.
That's right. We can see what kind of increase in bass that she likes.
Drop. Bass
Get
drop,
similar
not
one.
mic drop. Bass drop.
Yeah.
There it is.
We'll do a mic
There
drop.
it is.
And just lower this down slowly.
Rockhurst went in on Gene
drop.
too. On Gene's video,
Oh, yeah?
he just went off on him. Yeah, good
missed
job, Rockhurst. Thank you for being nice to me, because
That was funny.
you were pretty mean in your comment. So
That was funny.
That's hilarious. Somebody
you're
wanted me to
interested, check
pull
it
up
out.
a link. I think
Okay,
was
let's
it
do
the
it.
Legacy Audio. I think they were talking about Legacy Audio. Have you guys
Yeah.
heard any of the Legacy Audio
I
stuff?
have. I've heard them just on like
here it is.
shows.
Focus SE. Let me pull it.
They've got some Caliber ones. That's their bookshelf speakers. Probably the only ones I could ever even afford. Legacy gets really, really expensive.
Here,
$20,000,
this one.
$30,000 speakers.
You don't need a subwoofer. Yeah, and I hope you win it for 10 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
They get
Yeah.
way on up there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things.
Legacy
like,
Focus SE. Let's see what they run.
I mean, if I was
Google
gonna spend that much money,
So they're running $7,000 to $15,000,
7 to 15, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of dough.
something like that.
That's a lot of dough for some speakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
My dog's
oh,
barking.
JP Winters.
And
Yeah,
that's,
we have to
and
get
that's
into
almost
this.
kind of like their entry level. I mean, Legacy has some really high-end, expensive stuff.
It don't matter to me if ASR is lost. Why are you apologizing to me? I don't own that place.
Yes,
Just post there, man. It's actually a really good
later,
community
Tristan.
Of good
Have a good
guys.
one, man.
See you, buddy. Holy
See ya.
cow! So
Bye,
here's
Dud.
the Legacy Valors, $80,000. 80 grand. So they're a funky.
I mean, that was like
speaker.
the cost of my car. I would
Yeah.
take the car over the speakers.
Why? Because diminishing returns or what?
No, there's no such thing.
No, because I'd rather have the car.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
Look at
my
that.
You can walk. It's cool.
You know, people were saying that their Bose in their car sounded great, and yeah, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I had a 2005 Audi A4 that had a Bose system that was way better than the stock one. But then they started leveling things up, so now my Q7 starts with the Bose, and then you pay the $5 grand for the Bang & Olufsen, and that
Yeah.
23 speakers, 1900 watts.
Pump it up, baby.
Fantastic. Tweeters pop out the dash, like all kinds of crazy
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
happens. Yeah. I think there's a 10-inch sub in the trunk there. Nice.
Boom, chicka, chicka, boom.
The 8s are nice.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.